hereby open the Bernard Township Committee meeting for February 25th, 2025. Please stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll be chairing this meeting tonight in the absence of Mayor Fields, but adequate notice of this meeting was posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, 1 Collier Lane, Basking Ridge, on the township website, and emailed to the Bernardsville News Whippany, the Courier News Bridgewater, tapinto.net, patch.com, and filed with the township clerk on December 18th, 2024. Any motion to go into closed session will include that the matters discussed at such closed session will be disclosed to the public when such matters are finally determined, and there is no further reason to prohibit the public from disclosure of information relating to such matters. No new business will be introduced after 10:30 p.m. Public comment will be accepted at all meetings. Speakers will be limited to 5 minutes each, and all meetings will adjourn no later than 11:30 p.m. Christy, roll call, please.
Ms. Acey?
Here.
Ms. Duarte McCarthy?
Here.
Mr. McNally?
Here.
Mr. Tancredi?
Here.
And Mayor Fields is excused this evening.
Thank you, Christy. Any executive session tonight?
None this evening.
Okay, that brings us to item 6 on our agenda, which are presentations. It's always bittersweet when we have a member of our police department who's moving on to the next chapter in their lives and leaving us in retirement. And tonight we're marking the retirement of our extraordinary police chief, John Berger. He has served our community for over 26 years, joining us in 1998. In 2004, John became a detective and was promoted to a detective sergeant in 2011. John was promoted to lieutenant in 2018, was elevated to captain in 2022, and was promoted to chief in 2023. John has had an extraordinary career, and I've gotten to know him personally. He's a man of impeccable integrity, dedication, and character. He's genuine, a man who deeply cares about his department and the community he serves, and he's a role model for all officers, both here in Bernards and elsewhere. I've gotten to know John well, and he's a man of great humility. Ordinarily, I would take this occasion to mark his many accomplishments in detail, but out of respect for our esteemed chief, who never likes to be the center of attention, I will conclude by thanking him for his leadership on our police force over the last few years and for his exceptional service throughout his entire career. In ways large and small, John has improved the lives of countless residents of our town, helping to ensure that Bernards Township is among the safest communities in the country. Everyone here owes a deep debt of gratitude to John for his service to Bernards Township. We will miss him, but I know he won't be too far away, and I look forward to continuing our friendship as he enters this next chapter. With that being said, I would now ask if my colleagues would like to make any remarks. Dave?
Sure. Yeah, I'd like to thank Chief Berger for his 26 years of service and dedication to the Bernards Township Police Department. He served our community with honor, dignity, and the respect of his colleagues, and we wish him well. We wish him and his family well as they continue on.
Thank you, Dave. Jen?
Yes, please. Chief Berger has just been a tremendous asset to our community, always going above and beyond for all of our residents. I had the privilege of getting to work with him closely last year when we had the uptick in home burglaries. We seemed to do many. I lost track of the number of in-house presentations where residents hosted us. He always brought the game, answered questions, addressed any concerns, including the over 2.5-hour video that he and his officers did for us as a part of Understanding Bernards. So this man modeled behavior. He ran extra shifts. He was doing them at night himself during a time where many residents were concerned. He just always went above and beyond, and just truly grateful for his leadership, for his contributions to all of us as residents. And he'll leave big shoes, but he has earned this opportunity, and I wish him well in his next chapter. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Anna?
Yes, thank you, Andrew. I join my colleagues in thanking Chief Berger for 26 years of dedicated and exceptional service to our community. He established a positive and thriving work environment and culture and ensured the safety and security of our community, and did so seeking innovative strategies, maintaining and developing a top team of officers, and leading by example. He impressed me, including among other characteristics, with his commitment to integrity. And personally, he was a good partner and a friend to me. I wish him great success in his next adventure, and again, my deep thanks for his many years of exceptional service to Bernards Township. Thank you, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Anna. And one housekeeping item. On the consent agenda tonight, there are resolutions appointing the current Deputy Chief Tim King as Chief of Police and current Lieutenant Michael Sweeney as Deputy Chief. At our next Township Committee meeting on March 11th, we'll hold our traditional swearing-in ceremonies for our new Chief and Deputy Chief. But tonight, we're moving these resolutions to ensure continuity of leadership in light of Chief Berger's retirement effective at the end of the month. But before we get to that, we have to vote on the resolution commending John for his tremendous service over the last 26 years. And so with that in mind, I'll take a motion.
So moved.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, Kristen.
Ms. Acey?
Yes.
Ms. Duarte McCarthy?
Yes.
Mr. Tancredi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor McNally?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you, Christy. Any public work session tonight?
None this evening.
Which brings us to item 8, correspondence.
Community Development Block Grant Application for Community Hope. This evening we have a representative from Community Hope who will provide us with a summary of the grant application.
Take the mic and
Hi, my name's Kayla. I'm the program director of the Hope for Veterans program at Community Hope. That is where we are applying for this grant to help fund one of our positions, which is the employment specialist. At the Hope for Veterans program, it is a transitional housing program for homeless veterans. So we service up to 95 veterans at a time. They get individual case management services, are connected with a housing case manager to help them with that support. And then additionally, they have the support of an employment specialist who can help them with job training, resume building, mock interviews, job searches. So that's what this position would be funded for.
thank you so much, Kayla. We certainly appreciate the work that Community Hope does, partnering with you with the Field of Honor and seeing Carmine every year and the members that he brings out. You do tremendous work for our veterans, and we can't thank you enough. Any comments from my colleagues?
Just to thank you for your work you're doing. It's so important to take care of our veterans, so thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I echo that. This is such an important program, and we're really happy to continue our support and all of the work that you do to ensure employment and support for our veterans. So thank you.
All right. It says here I'm to open public comments on the application, so I'll open public comment. Seeing none, I close public comment. Well, thank you so much,
Thank you.
Kayla. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Which brings us to the public comment portion of the agenda, item 9. Comments are welcome during public comment period during this meeting on any agenda item or other matter over which the Township Committee has jurisdiction. However, if an ordinance is listed for its own public hearing on the agenda, please hold your comments for that particular public hearing. The public comment portion of the agenda is not structured as a question and answer session, but offers an opportunity to share your thoughts with the Township Committee. The committee may or may not address these comments during the meeting. However, all comments are considered. To address this body, the speaker must come forward to the microphone and state his or her name and address for the record. Each speaker is limited to 5 minutes. The clerk will keep time. Please promptly yield the floor when time is called and return to your seat. Your cooperation and adherence to these rules of order will ensure an orderly and respectful meeting. I hereby open public comment. Comment. evening, Todd.
You're faked out there. Todd Olstein, Riverside Drive. I'd like to congratulate Chief Berger on his time here and in his future endeavors. I spoke to him today, and I think he's looking forward to moving on to a new spot. There was a letter, or is it, in your consent agenda for Resolution 20250149, resolution to support publishing legal notices on official government websites. I know it's a letter that you'll approve and send out. I disagree with it. I think we should continue having our public notices sent out and published by newspapers, and if you want, online. And I understand a lot of newspapers are unfolding, but I don't think we should, it's kind of like penny wise, pound foolish. You know, the reason we have the papers do this because they're the watchdog, and I don't believe that the town should be doing this. They could do it, but I don't think they should be the only people doing it or, you know, cutting other people out of it. I think we really don't spend that much money in comparison to a lot of things we spend money on. And I think a lot of those public notices are actually through zoning and planning board notices, which are paid by the applicants themselves, not through the town. So, but, you know, I don't really see us spending a significant money, and it shouldn't be, I don't support the letter. Last week there was a article done by Jake Perry on farms and how some properties, basically alluding to some properties are not really farms, but a way of getting out of property taxes. This is a letter I would like to see the town write to the state one day soon. So, different way of figuring out how to tax these farms. Don't want to hurt the farms that we have, but with somebody who's, we're saying that we're going to sell firewood and gets a check for $1,000 from his brother-in-law just so he could claim that property tax relief is not right. And there's got to be a way of changing this, or changing it so that it doesn't hurt the real farms, but it brings the people up who are basically hobbyists, or people just trying to get away from paying property tax. Maybe a way where 50% of their property tax has to come be matched by what they take in revenue as farms. Something, not $1,000. So if you have a $14,000 your tax bill, you better have receipts for $7,000 of selling stuff to qualify. I think that's only fair. There's transparency. And one last thing, I'd just like to thank Governor Murphy proving to us once again that we're number one in property tax, and that he continues to do what he wants to do and hurts the state. And thank God that soon he'll be leaving, and it won't be a moment too soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Edelstein. Anyone else? Seeing none, I hereby close public comment. That brings us to staff comments, township committee comments, and board liaison reports. Pat, would you like to start off?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. So I want to congratulate Steve Anello on his promotion to zoning officer. Nancy Ketteris will be retiring soon. I also want to congratulate the new chief, Tim King, Deputy Chief Mike Sweeney, and also congratulate Chief Berger on his service of many years, his leadership, and from a selfish perspective, making my job a little easier. So, John, if you're listening, congratulations, and I wish you and your family the best. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Pat. Kristen?
None this evening. Thank you, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you. Ms. Fennelly?
Nothing from legal, thank you.
Thank you. Anna, we'll start with you.
Thank you. And yes, Todd, we have landed on that unwanted top spot, so more to come. So first, wishing a happy Ramadan to all those in our community who will begin celebrating Ramadan this coming Friday. And that goes from February 28th through March 29th. Like Pat, I want to congratulate Steve on his appointment to zoning officer. And as Deputy Mayor said, excited to appoint Tim King as chief and Michael Sweeney on his appointment to deputy chief. As one of the two TC liaisons, I had the privilege, along with Deputy Mayor McNally, to interview both men for these opportunities. I was impressed with their accomplishments. Both have had distinguished careers here in Berners Township, and while we are saddened with the retirement of Chief Berger, we're confident these two leaders will continue to strengthen our department and services to the community. And we look forward to swearing both in on Tuesday, March 11th. And then just a couple of quick reminders. We are going to have an upcoming Municipal Alliance Facing Fentanyl on Thursday, this Thursday from 6:30 to 8:30 in the library. We have capped out at 20 participants, but we're going to keep it open for a few more. So if you're interested, please register for that. And then next week, the important Screenagers, a documentary focusing on elementary school age children and the effects of technology and screen time. And then lastly, for all of you who are considering membership at Copley Russo and or renewing, the effective rates will change after February 28th. So please don't be late, sign up and or renew your membership before the deadline. And that's all. Thank you, Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Committeewoman. David.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Congratulations again to incoming Police Chief Tim King and Deputy Chief Mike Sweeney. It's a testament to the strength of an organization when we can promote two outstanding individuals from within our own department. I'm certain they're going to do a fine job in keeping Berners safe. Parks and Rec, the Community Art Show deadline, entry deadline is this Friday, the 28th. The Hometown Heroes banner application deadline is March 15th for spring, for installation in the spring of those banners. It's a great way to honor a veteran who lives or has lived in Berners Township and has served in a conflict. So please consider that. The Rutgers Safety Clinic spring class will be held on Wednesday, March 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. here in Town Hall. All coaches for sports organizations that use township fields are required to complete the 3-hour course. And finally, Pool Commission, extended hours for pool membership ID photos. The next date will be March 17th from 8:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then there are other dates available if you cannot make that one. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Jen.
Have a few gentle reminders. Dog and cat license renewals. To avoid the late fee, you have until February 28th. So please license your pet before that date. Upcoming, the Berners Chinese American Association has their Lunar New Year party on March the 1st, 4 to 6 p.m. at Cedar Hill. Please go to BernersChinese.org for information and to sign up. Hopefully we'll see you there. I wanted to add my excitement about the Screenagers that Anna referenced, the elementary school age edition documentary screening and question and answer. I'm really grateful to Caitlin Cortocchio for securing this opportunity. It was something that I know that she had interest in the fall, and just really grateful for her leadership. And I hope that we will have a full packed Ridge Pack. So you can get tickets if you go online on the various presentations. You can get the tickets. The doors open at 6. The documentary starts at 6:30. The runtime is 54 minutes. So there will be a panel discussion and question and answer from local partners. And it's intended for parents and community members. So I hope that we will see a large group there, and a big, huge congratulations and thank you to our health department and their leadership in helping to make that happen. Last but not least, also thanks to our health department, check your home for radon. There are free radon test kits that are available now at the health department. As you know, radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that's odorless, tasteless, and invisible, yet it can be harmful and can cause cancer over time. In certain areas of New Jersey, radon concentrations are higher than usual. The Berners Township Health Department is offering the free radon test kits to residents of contractual towns, which includes ours, while supplies last. Each household is eligible for one kit and is intended for homeowners who haven't tested in the past 2 years. The kits can be picked up at the health department located at 262 South Finley Ave, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Just a couple of quick things from me. As Anna mentioned, this coming Friday marks the beginning of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. I wish all of our Muslim friends a happy and healthy Ramadan. And on this coming Saturday, as Jen had mentioned, from 4 to 6 p.m., the Bernard's Chinese American Association will be hosting its annual Lunar New Year celebration at the Cedar Hill Elementary School. This is always a great event filled with music, fun, performances, and food. It is open to the public, and those interested in attending should visit bernardschinese.org for more information. That brings us to item 11 on the agenda, fire and rescue appointments.
None this evening.
Any unfinished business?
None this evening.
Which brings us to new business and the consent agenda. The items listed within the consent agenda portion of the meeting have been referred to the Township Committee for reading and study, are posted on the agenda on the website, are considered routine, and will be enacted by one motion of the Township Committee with no separate discussion. If separate discussion is required, the item may be removed from the agenda by Township Committee action and placed on the regular agenda under new business. Would anyone like an item removed from the consent agenda? Hearing none, may I have a motion on the consent agenda?
So move.
Second?
Christie, roll call.
Ms. Acey?
Yes.
Ms. Duarte McCarthy?
Yes.
Mr. Tancredi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor McNally?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. And we have some appointments to do.
Yes. Per Merrifield's email dated February 19th, 2025, the following are her mayoral appointments. Zoning Board, Elizabeth Silver, alternate 1, filling the vacant unexpired 2-year term expiring December 31st, 2026. Zoning Board, Susan Trapp, alternate 2, filling the unexpired 2-year term of Elizabeth Silver expiring December 31st, 2025. And Planning Board, Megan O'Malley, alternate 2, filling the vacant unexpired 2-year term expiring December 31st, 2026.
Thank you, Christie, and we thank those people stepping forward to fill these important roles. That brings us to the approval of minutes, the February 11th, 2025 open session minutes and the February 11th, 2025 closed session minutes. May I have a motion on the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Christie, any executive session?
None this evening.
Which brings us to adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good night, everybody.